Another question? Over here. Can you?
Compare and contrast municipal experience that you have and business experience you have both, and how they have helped you or hindered you in running for this seat.
You're first. As I mentioned, my business experience, I think a lot of people see that as a refreshing change from what we typically have on Beacon Hill. We have a state house full of folks who have, in addition, a lot of them to being attorneys, they have municipal experience, and we see that the mess we're in Massachusetts. So that clearly doesn't by default qualify you to help run the state government. We wouldn't be in the mess we're in. A lot of people appreciate the fact that I've had in the real business world, we've got to deal with customers that if we don't treat them right and service them well, they're going to leave and go elsewhere. And I've had this experience, again, working in that company. We've got very demanding customers. We have a huge bureaucracy itself within IBM. And there is that political skill you have to have. You have to be able to bring people together and facilitate, understand their side of the table and what their motives are, and help work with those people to bring them around to your view. And in some cases, obviously, I can be very objective about understanding, again, their point of view. And we also are very good at not doing knee-jerk reaction in the business world like you often see in the State House when an issue comes up. Oh my gosh, this is now in the news, what do we do? Without looking at the facts. So we spend a lot of time looking at the facts. I think my experience in the business world is very relevant and would be a refreshing change up on Beacon Hill to bring some forethought and some objectivity and look at things very closely and think, is this really a change that makes sense? As opposed to, is this a change that makes my lobbyists or my party happy?
Jen?
Thank you. Well, you know, I'm not a lawyer, so I guess we'll take that out of the mix. But I have a lot of municipal experience, and when we talk about customer service, it's not too often that in business, I suppose, that you run into your customers in the supermarket. So I get a lot of feedback. I believe in transparency in government and have worked toward that. I've served on many different committees in our town. I have served on the school committee, the finance committee, the primary school building committee, the charter review committee, capital planning. I've worked on projecting budgets 5 and 10 years out. And I believe in data-driven decision-making, and I have pushed for that in my 6 years in town government. I've been doing this job, the job that we're being here to interview for, I've been doing for 6 years on a local level. I understand the need of the people and responding to that in a policy-making and budgetary way. I've had to make decisions that were not easy and were not popular, but had to be made. And I am not afraid of doing that. As far as business experience, you know, back before I had children, I managed a store and I had employees and I hired and fired and I did all of that. That has nothing to do with government.